Doing the hunter grind.
Is it free? Is everything free now?
For Destiny?
Is that all?
Yeah.
No, that the free the new light launches with Shadowkeep on. They delayed it 2 weeks to October 1st. You though have the game, like you already have it.
I do. Yeah.
So you can go and just jump in and update if you felt inclined. But same time, we got WoW Classic next week for you too, and I'm like, I can't wait to watch you play some WoW Classic.
I'm really excited.
Yeah.
You joining us, Chris?
I'm working on them.
Wait, Brian, you're still on. We still won't be able to play together until
the 21st. Mr. Yums, thank you for the heart. What's up?
Are you working on your hunter? Is that on your Xbox?
Yeah, because that's where I've had him, and so he was already higher level, and I was like, oh, I'll boost the hunter, and you showed me how to do that, and I was like, okay, that's good. But it's the 21st is Wednesday.
Are you on PC right now, or?
I'm on Xbox right now, because that's where, like, because all my Xbox characters are going to be what make the way, rather than, like, if I grind on Hunter today on PC, it's going to be a wasted, it's wasted XP.
Yeah,
that makes sense, yeah.
Is there a way to see who's buying all the actions, by the way? Because we keep getting a ton of actions for the reduced rate teleport.
Check the activity history. What's up, Razio? What's going on, King of Hearts?
Because it's driving me nuts.
He's like, we're not rocking this thing efficiently on our 14 boosts. What's happening? Why is this happening?
I don't want to save 30 gil on teleports. I want 20% additional experience.
Yeah, let's see here. Mr. Youngs did I think that's called a FFXIV rallies. I'm going to adjust that volume down slightly because it just comes in blaring. Thank you, Mr. Yums, for the 60,000 sparks.
Hey, Brian.
Yes, sir.
Did you get my message?
Which one?
I said that could you make like a Warframe roll or something?
Oh, a Warframe roll? Sure, I can make a Warframe roll. That sounds like a good idea.
You know how you called them Guardian and all that? Well, this one would be called Tenno.
That's okay. So I did get your message. Then I didn't get that you were asking for a roll because I was like, I saw it on my phone. I was like, okay, I'll check that out.
I was just wondering if because I mean,
totally.
Warframe's a really good game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to the Destiny thing.
Dude, I am so excited for cross save because I've already got Star was super nice, Chris. He got me the Forsaken expansion on PC, so he was like, "Here you go." Nice. I was like, "Dude, thanks." So like, and on that note, because then I'll pick up like when I said back when Destiny 2 launched, I was like, if they had cross save, I would have bought it on all platforms. And so with it, when I kind of play it, I'm probably also gonna be picking up Shadowkeep on PC as well. Let me switch my character because not profile, change character. Yes. Because I'm gonna go to my Warlock because he's at cap, and Leland was like, "Dude, you got to hit up Xur. You got to hit up Xur." And I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna go do it."
What is Xur here now?
I don't know what he's selling, but apparently it's Leland's favorite weapon.
Damn it.
Yeah, I'm booting in right now, so.
Damn it! I'm gonna go on my PC and check now.
All right, open Director.
It'll be nice, man. Are we gonna be both? Like, do you think you'll be playing on Wednesday? Or...
Dude, absolutely. Absolutely, I will be playing on Wednesday. As long as the game is working.
Nice.
As long as the game is
working. It'd be
working.
Nice. Like,
does it tell me where Xur is? Yeah. Does it tell me where he is now?
Oh, this Wednesday we have a podcast.
Yeah, that's Wednesday night. Like, during the day.
Okay.
I can Xur it up. Yeah, Wednesday night I won't be playing because we've got Xandria on the podcast. Okay, no. And looking for Xur. In all the Xur places. Hey, Leland. Oh, he's on Titan? Thank you. Titan. There we go.
Where is he in Titan now?
He's on... did they start hiding him again? Because before he was like, here's where he's at.
Hey, what's up?
What's happening? I guess they are hiding him. Because... I'm just gonna, I guess, zone in. Actually, wait. I think before when he was down here, he kind of had his spot, right?
You know, like it's gonna be
Jams.
so good.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be so good playing though, like Destiny to good people who you're playing with.
Dude, yeah. I read through like all of like kind of Luke Smith's kind of like written state of the game, and
Yeah.
the subtext is obviously they're working through, and I'm wondering how much of it is that are they going to like the core fundamental changes that have to occur later in the game's life, meaning I read it and I go, Destiny 3 is an all but certain thing, and I don't know, and I'm wondering if that's next year.
I don't want Destiny 3.
I don't either. I would like, and ideally, if they do it, what Destiny 3 would be is them squishing everything all together, and then boom, but then also on a new backbone, right? Where it's like, okay, here's the backbone for this.
Yeah.
Man, I haven't been to Titan since I actually came back to the game. So.
Titans. I'm just wondering, like, what they're gonna do, because, like, there's so much they could do. Like did you see the artifact?
Yeah. See, okay, so Chris, we talked about it with Dado, and they have the seasonal artifact as a way of, I guess, trying to manage power creep. It's kind of be interesting. At the same time,
I have
frustrating.
So many questions about how that works.
Yeah.
No, Chris, you're gonna... Sorry, go on.
No, I mean, there's definitely two lines of thought, right? So, like, one is the very, like, Final Fantasy or WoW way of dealing with it, and just saying, power creep's inevitable, just let it happen. And then once every long time, if we need to, we can cause an avalanche, basically, and we can just crush it all the way back down to the beginning, like WoW just did, and like Final Fantasy has announced that they will be doing at some point, likely 7.0. And they'll do a skill squish, and then we'll start back over, and we'll build our way back up again. So that's one way. The other way is a very like Diablo-esque way of doing it, where every short amount of time,
the season thing.
Yeah, you do a Fortnite Game Pass season type thing, and you just reset everybody across the board.
Yeah.
They both feel equally helpless if you're somebody that's like looking at it from the standpoint of you just wiped all my stuff, or if you're coming in at the end of a season. But they both serve a valuable role. So I don't know. Nobody's found an elegant solution that doesn't cause people to feel like, well, why would I play now when I could just play later and be given the same things?
Thanks for following Mr. Ray over on Mixer. Appreciate that.
The alternative is to do something like EVE Online,
where it's very horizontal, very sandboxy. It's that power doesn't ever really go up. It's all about like perks,
So EVE Online gives you a diminishing return. So like imagine that you're standing in the middle of like a gymnasium, and you have a bungee cord attached to you. That bungee cord, if you walk 1 foot in any direction, it takes almost no effort. But if you walk 40 feet in any one direction, it gets really hard to gain each and every inch. And so the further you walk, the harder it is to go further in that direction. But if you ever reset yourself to the middle, you can choose to walk in a different direction, and you go back to that very like, oh, wow, this is so easy. And so what that encourages is basically like a new player feels like they can get within 10% of an old player, and you're respecting the old player's like epic amount of experience. But you're also saying, hey, the new player deserves to be in the ballpark. Like you can't just say like, oh, you haven't been playing for 15 years? Well, guess what? I get to one-shot you forever.
Well, you mean giving the new players a chance?
Yeah. So the other side of it too is like, so like in the regarding kind of where Destiny is at, there's no reason to grind. Like I'm gonna level up my hunter. I'm gonna basically have all my story, but on day one of Shadowkeep, everybody's starting off at 750. Like they're all starting off at what's currently the max power. And it's like, so for people who haven't put in that investment in, like that, I'm like, man, that sucks. But at the same time, like for players coming into the game, like let's say, Chris, like, so like for anybody, let's say we're like, oh, let's all play New Life for a weekend or something.
Right.
Like everybody's
I'm
automatic.
I'm out of town at the end of September through the beginning of October, and I can come back and I will be caught up.
Yeah. And also at the same time where you're like, oh, I'm sorry you didn't spend the last 2 years playing this game that we weren't interested in because of these issues or this stuff, because it didn't have custom games at the time, blah, 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 blah. All of a sudden you're like, oh, hey, you're having fun, and you're immediately ready to go. So, like, I get it, but at the same time, like, that's where I was like, once I saw that, I was like, yeah, like, I'm just gonna get all my jobs to to level cap, and that's the only grind that I need to worry about. You know, it's not going to be like, okay, I need to keep, you know, doing all these like, oh, I need to worry.
Is that the same thing you would have experienced if you were playing at the end of 1.0?
Yeah.
If you had known that 2.0 was coming.
Oh yeah,
because
like, I had already had
your experience, but everything else got.
All I focused in, yeah, right. All I focused in on was making sure all my jobs were at level 50 at the time, and that was the right move.
And you got to keep that.
Yeah, and I got to keep that.
That was definitely the right move.
Yeah. Rather than like, because everybody's like
everybody
was farming Dark Light gear, and you go look at Dark Light gear, it's item level, power level 70, and it's like, all right, but you know, I was like, no, everything's at 50 for me. Well, it's the same thing, the same problem I had here with Eureka. I was like, people are like, oh, should I be working on a relic for Eureka? I'm like, if you like glamour.
Yeah. Wait, when are you jumping in, Chris, then?
Into Destiny? I mean, if WoW Classic doesn't have me, I'll be there in October, but if WoW Classic has me, I'll just be watching.
Yeah, I'll just be a Destiny observer.
Because WoW Classic is effectively the month of September for me. And then mid to late October, we'll be getting 5.1. So, like, Destiny would really only get a very narrow window there.
I'm excited for 5.1. I am so, like, 5.1 is such an interesting, because it's going to kind of help hopefully set the stage for, like, where are we going? That's the best thing about 14 right now. What do we do? Like, okay, the first, all right, yeah, so we still got other problems on other shards. And especially the source, you know, it's just, oh gosh, I'm so excited.
Alright.
I have to say, like, I never played a hunter before now. I like it.
It's always my favorite.
Well, it's like, so when I was talking with Steven, and Steven's like actually been a really good resource for me, because he was like, okay, like, oh man, that hurt. He was like, oh, if you like the traditional shooter style kind of gameplay, like a hunter would be really good. If you kind of like the Halo, a Titan kind of feels a little bit like that, because it's got that heavier melee, and then the Warlock is just squishy and floaty, and so it's like, okay, maybe, you know, I don't tell people to play Warlocks. You know, it's like, yeah, play it if you want, but I like my Warlock a lot, and that's what I've mained for the longest time. What's up, Chiu?
Who's buying this stuff? My God. I cannot believe that the vendor tools trick is still working for people. There's still the vendor tools from Starium selling at twice the price.
I know, right?
Twice.
It seems like there's going to be so much customization to the classes in Destiny, you know, with that.
So we never actually got to finish our conversation about that, like, because I remember you were saying, and I kind of had to go. I have to work in 14 to get over the anxiety of using materia. Like, it's literally like, I'm like, oh gosh, like, you use it and then you might be able to recover it, and I'm like, maybe I want to save it and get a better piece of gear and use this, you know, on this piece of gear, you know, like maybe that's what I want to do with it, and so it ends up being like, pretty much, I made some adjustments once I kind of got to cap in you know, Stormblood, where I actually started using it, but in Heavensward I didn't, and in ARR I never did. I ended up just giving up and just selling it, because I was like, oh, I'll take the gil, because I don't know if I want to put this on this piece of gear, because I bet I'm going to get a new one pretty soon. So ultimately, I've had to kind of try to train myself to get into the habit of using materia. Whereas in the mod system with Destiny, same thing. How it exists right now, you use the mod, it's gone. How it's going to change in Shadowkeep is you unlock the mod and you can equip it and you kind of play around with it. And I go, that for me, that's actually less anxiety, because I can go and sit here and say, awesome, I've got, and then I can go chase mods that if I want to unlock them, then I can go work on doing that, and then I can kind of just play around with my build and try to come up with the best, you know, Warlock, Hunter, Titan that I can for how I like to play. You know, the grind is real, says Walt. Hey, what's going on, Margin? So you know that your light level will be come 7:30 once Shadowkeep is launched. Yes, actually, we were just talking about that. Meaning the focus, and I did the same thing in 14.1.0, where it's like, okay, the focus is on making sure my characters aren't geared up, that they're ready. So I haven't ever played a hunter, so that's kind of why I'm working on, Forsaken now on a hunter, so that way I can have all my jobs at, level 50, so that they're done with the story, and so when Shadowkeep launches, I'm not sitting here going like, oh god, I got to do Heaven's Forsaken on this job and this, etc. So the honestly, so it Destiny 2 for me, they're making all the right moves. They're showing me that they're doing and they're listening, but at the same time, after reading Luke Smith's, just the mess, like all of the director's cut, pretty much his state of the game, it just makes me think that I'm betting Destiny 3 is going to be next year. And I hope that Destiny 3 is yeah, I would, if when I say 3, I'm wondering with the new engine, or maybe if not next year, sometime easily into the next generation of hardware. I think that can end up making a lot of sense for me personally. There's a core foundational thing that he kind of, at least the subtext that I was reading, I was like, yeah, like when they had to make all these changes because they were trying to, I guess, appeal to a non-Destiny fan. They're still trying to having to reverse all that, and just imagine if they didn't have that problem at a core level.
It's not that I don't want in a way, it's not that I don't want a Destiny 3. I just think it'd be cool to keep it going, Destiny 2.
Yeah, I think if anything, I would love it to just. I would just love it to be called. Yeah, just like. And guys, we're dropping the 2, and we're all just playing Destiny. But it's fun, dude. That's the thing. It's always had It's always had this level of just great gameplay.
Definitely.
So would you say Destiny 2 is a good game to start playing?
I would wait, if you haven't started, for the new Light Edition.
If you own it.
Yeah, if you own it, yes. If you already have it and you're having fun, yes. If you don't, New Light drops on the first and get that version. And with cross save as our
there's no line, and they say the food is free in 5 minutes, I would wait outside.
With the light,
I got it when they were giving it out for free for that.
Oh, good.
Bit.
Well,
yeah, I'd play it.
You could probably simply get a start and a feel for it. But
only
still,
the base
you get a
game.
feel for it.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah,
no, but
I would
the
check
thing is,
it
with
out
New
and get a
Light,
feel.
you're gonna be able to go anywhere where your friends go and everything.
Yeah, exactly. That's actually the thing that really was the big part of it. Is like they're separating friends, basically saying like you have to spend this money. Where in New Light, or when like October 1st comes around, let's say Chris is like, okay, I'll come play PvP with you or something, Brian. Cool. Well, hey, let's go to the moon. Like he doesn't have to pony up money to go with me to that zone. And that, I think, is really important. And then, essentially, if he's like, oh, this is really cool, what do I get when I buy it? It's like, oh, you get all this other stuff. You get the missions and things like that. Okay, but also I've heard, and I don't know if I've heard it correctly, if he's playing with me, he can do the missions with me. So we can go play it. It's only essentially where he's like, oh, I would like to do that. Brian's not on. Okay, maybe I pay. And that puts an incentive for... for him, for them to make obviously the best content that people want to play as possible, right? Whee! But yeah,
Oh my God,
the PvP
Zed's
adjustments
one of my
they're
favorite
saying
weapons.
sounds good. Oh, he is? Yeah, he is. Oh, I haven't played with it. I picked it up, but I'm glad I did because when I go look at when I go in here. From a collections game perspective, they've really refined this UI. Like, they've really done a lot of stuff. So when I come look at my weapons, 190 of, 400, I'm like, oh, how do I get that? Oh, it's like, it ends up being like, now if I can kind of see what's out there, then I'm like, maybe I want to chase that. Like, and then essentially that takes me either to Google or the in-game hint or, etc., like what it ends up being. And I was like, that's really smart. I like that aspect. If you're going to have a collections game... let me know what I'm chasing, right? Yay!
Oh my God, I love this gun actually.
If anybody's on Xbox right now, I'd be game to jump into some Strike playlists because it's like that's something I need. I don't think I'm gonna get any Finish Solstice. Oh, I love
We
the
would be
Tangled
playing
Shores.
So if I
on Wednesday.
downloaded it again today, would I be allowed in Strike playlists?
Yes.
Like immediately? Or do I have to go clear some story?
No, you'd be allowed in Strike playlists.
Thank you.
Wait, wouldn't he be only able to do the base ones, or could he do any others?
I don't think he'd be
I
able to
cleared
come.
Destiny 2 when it first came out, and then I quit when we went through our whole dramatic
Yeah.
quitting
Catch you
process. And I had
It's
not.
just like-
And then I uninstalled maybe a month later after not having touched it that whole month.
Yeah.
And I needed the space for
Really?
other things. And then because I don't have an external or anything
Yeah,
on
yeah.
my Xbox.
I'm gonna,
Which
I'm
honestly,
gonna do Strike.
I'm
I'm
somebody
gonna do
who's
Strike
kind of a pack
playlists.
rat, so like I find not having an
Are you still
external
with us?
really freeing because
Yeah.
it forces me to clean my stuff.
Oh,
At
Snapshot!
least you can
Thank you
download
for
on
the
PC
$2 cheer, dude. Guys, some hearts, some hype, some love and
I
chat
have
for
never been
Snapshot.
somebody
Okay,
who's enjoyed PC shooters.
I don't want to.
I'm gonna play controller on PC.
I don't want to discredit anything, but I love Destiny on the PC quite a lot.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. When I play Destiny on PC, 100%, I'm playing with a controller. Like I am. There is no like. That's
Well,
where we were having a conversation on Twitter today. By the way, guys, if you haven't seen, I tweeted it out. Work to Game was featured on the NBC Nightly News. So completely positive. We're not causing the next apocalypse. So everybody is welcome.
The title of it is like the headline.
But
is not great.
that's
headline.
NBC. That people talk about like YouTubers and clickbait and all that problem was like they're only catching on to what like you just go to TV like what's going on in the world of video games. Be afraid, parents. There's horrible things lurking in the, and then it's like, all right, like, okay, here's the information.
Yeah, they always try to make video games sound like the scary thing, don't they?
Of course.
To parents.
Yeah,
Well,
there's some really interesting stuff that wasn't in camera, or at least they didn't show. But like, obviously, I'm not gonna talk about it here. It's just really interesting, like how that process goes about it and how they kind of build those pieces because it was a lot of
They
fun.
didn't even make you and Randy look identical.
Yeah.
Like I know you both, and like you guys were presented differently in
Yeah.
the same piece.
Yeah.
Just
And-
through their choice of
well,
camera angles,
camera
through their choice
angles
of
and things
quotes,
like that,
through their
yeah.
choice of overlays, which you don't see during the interview.
Mm-hmm.
You probably had a very similar experience, and yet the choice of overlays and music and all of that can really set a tone.
Yeah, it's really quite fascinating. Anyway, so it was just pretty cool. I was just like, all right, what's up? Worked a game on the NBC Nightly News.
that's quite nice though that you still got featured in some way.
Yeah, and because I don't know if like anybody will come and actually check out the channel for it, but it's still pretty epic.
That's kind of cool though. Like, yeah, like still like you got on the news. Like,
Yeah.
You can solve most of those with explosions. We'll take a look.
no, Brian, I've been playing Warframe as well.
Yeah, Chris and I have both dabbled in Warframe, and it's like I've always had like a
It's
fun
installed
time
on my
playing.
Xbox.
Yeah, it's just
I
something
have
I'm
very
like.
little space on my Xbox, and I always keep Warframe on there.
No, the thing is with Warframe is like I'm really enjoying it. Like for a free game, they're doing fantastic.
Mm-hmm. I wonder how, like, ultimately, like, if we'll see some interesting things happen with it,
Someone care to explain what's
as
going
like
on?
Destiny kind of then has that free version, right? I like that they have a player economy, and obviously, like when we talk with Datto, it's like there would have to be such a ground-shaking fundamental shift in the Destiny model to have that, but I still appreciate player economies. Like, oh yeah, I don't need all this. Like, let me just pop it onto the market. Somebody else needs it, etc.
Weird question, Brian. Did you just complete something just then?
I think I did. I got some kind of crazy achievement too.
I just saw the clan XP come through on the PC
Yes,
version.
that's the coolest thing is that the work to game clan being that is actually like something that is crossplay, so it is kind of nice. So
Oh, Brian,
yeah,
what about we both just keep doing stuff now? We're almost gonna reach clan level 2.
I know. Yes, work to game represent seasons. Like, yeah, I'm hoping that we can kind of build out the clan here because. That's the thing that's kind of funny because it's like obviously like a lot of people like and I'm happy like I love Final Fantasy XIV and not ever like it was always kind of Final Fantasy and Destiny were these games that I balanced back and forth, and this is before we had a channel, So it's like nobody kind of really saw like the thousands of hours that I poured into the original Destiny,
Right.
and that's fine. Like I'm
It's
like
your
not.
time.
And so then when we came and we had the channel, I was like, okay, we're talking about Destiny 2, and the Destiny 2 just broke my heart. Like it just broke me, and I was like, it was a gut wrenching.
I felt going back to WoW. I look forward to like
punch.
sharing. I've spent thousands and thousands of hours on WoW, and so like, and it shows every once in a while to Brian. So like
Yeah.
Brian got a comment the other day where somebody made a WoW reference joke, and like
I had no idea.
the joke is from like 2005, and I still so like I
It's
have
a joke.
all this knowledge that. But like, and I went, and people are like, well, you only play Final Fantasy, and it's like, well, blame BFA. Like, I tried to bring a second MMO onto the channel. It sucked. Like,
So Crave is asking, what system am I playing on? Right now, Crave, I'm on Xbox. The Work the Game clan is actually on all platforms, and with cross save coming on the 21st,
October?
I'm going to be playing. No, cross
this
save
month.
actually
Okay.
just here in a
Okay.
couple days. So with cross save, like
That's
I
cool.
literally am going to be on PC and Xbox. So it's like, so that's where it's going to be fun. Now the fun part, I'll even add Stadia, but honestly, I need to see Stadia in action. And that's where it's like we have an agent now, and I'm like, all right, like I'll happily test out Stadia. You just let them know, I'll test it.
I'm on my cloud. I'm on Shadow X right now.
Destiny plays great on Shadow. It plays so great, but
So
then
I'm on Shadow right now on 14.
Mhm.
It's running great. It just had one bad night. So
That's weird.
and
And
I
it was
looked at
weird that it
I
was
think-
yours. That it was like, I wonder. Yeah, you never know with computers.
I think there was just a build. I think there was just a new build of the. So I think the people at Shadow have me locked into the experimental build because I can see experimental under the thing, and I didn't see a way to change it.
Yeah.
One of the people in the community that's a paying member said you can opt out of that experimental build and do a more stable build. So
Oh,
I want to
okay.
ask the guy at Shadow that gave us an account if maybe I'm just missing something on like, because my account is free, because I couldn't opt out of that, and so my frame rate was garbage for the night. But I assume that was just like a poor build that they rolled out to test something on Mac, because they're adding all these new things all the time on like better peripherals and all that, which the peripherals are really important. What that allows you to do is like plug something into a USB port on your computer, and then it can be used on one or both of the machines. So that's what allows me to like have my microphone working on. I'm talking to you guys on Shadow,
Right.
so my Mac is receiving my microphone, and then Shadow is saying, okay, there's a virtual USB port that I'm going to map to your microphone.
Oh, there we
And
go.
they make it so easy. You
Here you
literally
go,
just go ahead
here
and
you go,
check
Snapshot.
the box.
There you go, Snap.
He's
It says like, which USB things do you want? And like my microphone is listed. I was like, yeah, I want that to come on over. And they're like, okay, here you go, done.
Come on over. Red Rover, send Chris's microphone on over.
Hey, Brian.
Yes, sir.
If I clock in, I'm gonna get overtime.
I was gonna say,
They
what do you think? Sorry.
I hear Sparta talking. Don't
Oh,
know
I
if
think I
he's
hear
talking to
Sparta.
us.
What'd you say, Star?
No, one of your
Sorry.
spies just said sorry. Spider,
I
I can
thought I was
talk.
gonna-
Yeah, I want to give him.
Sparta, you're
I thought
cutting
it
in and
was
out.
Yeah,
Am I? My bad.
Yeah.
you're good. We're just letting you know.
Only the algorithm is missing.
It's probably because of I'm
Fight as if your
reaching my
life
data limit.
depends on
Oh no, I hate when that happens.
No,
You
that's
say that like this isn't your fault.
I'm used to it.
it won't
But
happen again.
O'Brien,
Yeah.
doing that experiment.
It will.
I'm almost at 2 days,
Nice,
48 hours. I'm finishing up Heaven's World right now.
dude.
It took skill up
362 hours. I have the video up on it, ready to go. So it depends what Chris does. If he,
My God.
362.
Yeah,
That is such a love letter, and that's one of the reasons why I respect him as a creator and a reviewer, because he will put the time into the content. We're not going to always agree on the outcome, but it's that like he'll you know that you can trust that he has that. At least he'll tell you why he feels the way he feels about a game.
Well, and he tried all sorts of things. So, like, he went off and did low-level leaves and hunting log stuff, and like
Yeah.
people in the chat were saying, like, you don't have to do that stuff anymore. The MSQ gives plenty of experience. And he goes, That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
Mind looks right at home
Yeah.
when it's
Like,
Because
so,
it's
I mean,
like
he-
good job killing it the first
very
time.
much like how Scott Zone went back and did all the old minimum eye level stuff. Like
Yeah.
he said, that's fine. I understand there's new stuff, but I'm new and I want to experience all the stuff along the way. I don't want to just jump into what's going on now. So I appreciate it.
Leland, dude, you're
Forsaken
such a
for
hero.
Chris.
Leland just cheered $50 for Chris to buy Forsaken.
Yay!
So yes,
Thank you, Leland.
Wait, on PC or?
he didn't specify. So Leland has it both on PC and Xbox, and we were playing with Julie and I were playing with him. Leland is just one of the coolest guys.
I'm not so committed to Shadow. I'm ready to buy PC copies.
Right. I would say,
that's a
yeah.
bold.
So you're getting on PC or?
I'm gonna bet Xbox because that's probably what we'll play the majority of the time. But I'm gonna have it on both platforms because that's what I always said. I said if they bring in cross save, like I'm gonna get the game on all the platforms. You know, and it's like that's just fantastic. Okay, you know what? Just shooting everybody. That went really quick.
In case anyone's wondering, the 48-hour thing is I'm letting an alt, which I bought a level skip coach,
Yeah.
and just level skip. And it's taking me 48 hours basically to go from
If only a
this is
certain
playtime,
warlock
right?
would stop undoing his work.
from character to the point of the I'm at, which is I've literally only done it in queue and it's taken 8 hours. Literally everything
No, he won't.
except uncool stuff.
Okay.
So that tells you 48 hours to. But I will say I can confirm 500 give you doing the stories.
I can't understand you, Sparta. Sorry.
Yeah, you're cutting out pretty bad.
Like pretty bad.
Yeah.
Like.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I'm sorry that your data limit's being a jerk to you.
It might have been
Honestly,
the
those-
I was under.
Data limits are also something that's like one of those things where you set it at like a fixed thing. Like a company's like, oh, it's this, but like our data usage is changing so rapidly that I wonder if all the companies will be able to adjust them fast enough. Because I don't think they're reviewing every year. It's not great.
Yeah, it's probably because I'm about to be converting to 2G.
2G. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't realize that was still a thing.
Yeah.
I say that, but like I used to work with some medical devices that ran on the 2G network, but that was because the 2G network is largely available everywhere. Like it'll still run on. There are many like urban areas where they'll have like a 3G, 4G, and even 5G network, and those will be highly saturated with current users. And so if you design a device to run on like a 2G or a low band network, you don't get any signal interruption because it's a slow speed limit, but it's a wide open road. There's nobody on it.
I kind of wish I had an Xbox still, because I'm not going to be able to play with you guys
No,
majority of the
you will
time.
be. I'll play with you, Star. We'll be playing on PC. The cross save, like it doesn't matter. Like so, like if it's just like if I'm just on, and nobody else is
Cross
on.
save is the first step to cross play.
Yes.
Right. Like that's so.
And they talked
it's
about they
not-
want it. It's just a matter of it's a technical thing, and it's a technical
With
time
shooters, you have
investment.
to be really careful because,
Yeah.
like, if there's a single moment of millisecond difference, it makes a huge difference in PvP.
Right.
But its arc beam is at
My
If
hope.
you-
Yeah, go ahead, Chris.
It'll be
Sorry.
as tough as
To
it was
opt in
the
or
first
out.
time.
That's their call.
Yeah.
But PvP is something that needs to be decided at a developer level. And people can say, well, players will just choose, but that's not okay because it can have unintended consequences. Like if I only want to play with Xbox players because I don't appreciate that I feel like PC players have an advantage, and everybody else chooses to do the crossplay lobby, then I don't have anybody in my lobby, and so my reasonable request is given a poor play experience.
Yeah.
Because I have 10-minute wait times or whatever to find a match.
So essentially, so for Chiyu, if you were to come back, it wouldn't be about like gearing up at all because on October 1st, like all the gear and that apparently whatever it's doing, it's gonna start boosting everybody to item level 750 power level, which essentially puts everybody kind of at the max of where it is. The current power level, I believe, is 750. I could be wrong, but regardless, 750. I'm not at 750. I'm not worried about gear. All I'm doing is just like worried about clearing story, being at max level, and everything like that. I say if you already have the game, you already own it, dude, update it, reinstall it, come check it out. As part of Chris's thing, because like one of the things that Chris says that I thought was just, it's very wise. Like I love how Chris thinks and looks at certain situations. It said, like with everybody talking about the boycott Borderlands 3 game, is that as gamers, if we say that we don't like something, and then when they change it, we don't go back to we don't go back and let them know that we're happy. We're not giving them the feedback that they need so that they can make, you know, like why would they bother listening to us if we're not going to come back anyway, you know? And so it's just like, damn, baby, that was
only if you give a reason.
Right.
If you just say, like, hey, Final Fantasy's not for me, then they can just move on and ignore your opinion. But if you say, I don't play Final Fantasy because they don't have orcs, and then they add orcs,
and you still don't go play,
and that was your one and only request, you have to go back now. Because if you don't, then why would they take player requests seriously in the future?
Yeah,
they gave you what they went out of their way to make you happy, and then you said, "Oh, what's the next thing?" It's oh, well, actually, I don't play because the global cooldown is too long, so they shorten the global cooldown. Well, actually, I don't play because it takes too long to level fishing, so they give free fishing jump potions out. But we can't just keep, and you're still not playing. It's like, well, why are we listening to you?
Yeah, and so like, if you, my issues were always like the monetization, how they were separating the player base, like making it like, oh, like things that you had access to, and then they were going to charge you for those things if you didn't pay up. It's like, just charge a subscription fee, because that's the same idea that all of a sudden you're going to start taking things away from the players. And then it was like, okay, if I was like, if they ever bring back cross save, or they ever add like cross save or at least cross save and cross-play kind of concept, if they fix their monetization issues, you know, I'm definitely going to come back and take a look. And I'm really happy I did. I'm happy that they, you know, because I'm always rooting for the devs. What do you say, Chris?
My issues with shooters in general, because I play so many RPG games on my own time.
Right.
My issue with shooters is that I want them to be that game I can share with my friends that play a lot less video games than me.
Yeah.
And so my issues entirely hinge on how do you address the gap. Like Final Fantasy doesn't address it at all.
Right.
So that's not an answer. So like I have friends that don't play many games. They play 2 to 6 hours a week, which is a lot more than none, but it's not enough to play like a Final Fantasy. You'll never catch up with it. I mean, skill
right at that investment in time, absolutely.
It would take like a year and a half for them to be at current content. At which point we'd be in another expansion. So like they would literally never catch up. And so I want that like very arcade pickup type experience, which is why games like Halo appeal to me for that. Because like my friends that don't play as much as me, yes, I'm going to outperform them. Yes, I'm going to know the maps better, things like that. But they can get in and they can have fun. They can get some kills.
Oh, I'm dead.
And sometimes in Destiny, it feels like they let the power creep get so big that they go into PvP and they just get slammed.
Yeah.
I mean, just not even fun. Like, it's not like, oh, well, those people are out shooting me. It's like, no, I hit him with every single bullet, and then he started shooting back, and then I died? What?
Because they have a certain gun.
Well, it's beyond the gun. It's the, like, it's just, yeah, because essentially there's a couple of things actually at play, kind of, that Chris is saying. It's, if you have better guns and better perks, like Chris said, it's like, you're getting out RPG. Okay, that's annoying. Beyond the out
not by a little bit.
Right, but beyond the out RPG-ness of it, then you also have the shooter aspect of, like, okay, map control, you know, learning the class, and so you end up having it to where it's like, you have a lot of challenge in terms of getting in and feeling like you're not just getting destroyed, because it's fun. It's fun sometimes to go and destroy, but if it's happening over and over again. But Luke Smith talked about this a little bit in regards to kind of adding some skill-based options and things like that. So it's like, yeah, we're gonna have like we were aware, we're gonna have a bunch of new players coming in, and if they're just getting like mauled by the veterans in PvP, like that's not a fun experience. They're not gonna stick around, you know.
Hey, why don't you come to my friend's poker night? Oh, I like poker. Oh, I didn't tell you. New guy has to get punched in the face by each of us before he sits down and plays a hand.
Yeah, it's
like, yeah, I'm not coming to
Very
that.
much.
Like, Why would I play that?
That's pretty much what it is.
Huh? So I don't have
He's
more.
dead.
Oh no.
Root mine has been dismantled. What's
Let's
next?
see. Did that do anything
My
to the
eyes.
clan?
All over the place today.
My wife's building a dollhouse for my
I'll be
niece.
honest, I can't remember where we left
Yeah, you gotta let me know what you end up deciding, dude.
We just met the biggest
I have all these Warhammer like hobbies related things. So I have like 27 different types of glue and all these straight edges and different cutting blades meant for like building miniature things. And so she's building this dollhouse for my niece, and then she's like, "Do you have?" And then she asked for some obscure tool, and I was like, "Yes, I have 3 different ones of those." Like, so I have an entire room that she always asks me why I have so much stuff, and then she goes to do this, and she's like, "Oh, this is kind of nice." Do you have glue? Yes. I have 7 different kinds of glue. What are you gluing?
Everything.
Oh my God, we're getting so close, Brian.
I know, dude. It is, which is actually also really fun because like Julie and I, we went and got like a new mattress, and we ended up getting like a new TV, and the new TV gets delivered and installed on the 21st. So I'm like, yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. I think Julie's gonna have fun on game night. We got an LG, you know, kind of 4K TV.
LG is quite good.
Yeah, I liked it because I like the setup. One of the things that's like, obviously, like when we just have like Xbox and streaming services, we don't actually have cable. And one of the things I really liked about this is like, it has kind of like, oh, you can just launch the Netflix from the TV. You can just like, it makes it really easy so that if like my parents come over, Julie's parents come over, and they're watching the kids, like, oh, like you want Netflix, you want this, you want that. Like it's just you hit this button on the remote. You don't have to worry about firing up the Xbox. You don't have to worry about navigating applications. You know, it's like it's going to be hopefully pretty straightforward.
Yeah, it is straight. But I have a TV that has it. I have mixed feelings about it. It's straightforward, but it's designed. The interface feels different. So if you're somebody who like watches Netflix across multiple devices and you are tech savvy, I don't like it. I would rather just have that same interface that I can get by like always using my phone or always using like the Apple TV or one of the more traditional boxes, as opposed to like a TV manufacturer getting in the mix. Because the remote always feels clunky, but it is nice for something exactly what you're describing.
Yeah, just for like, oh, you're like...
Just warning anybody in the chat, if you're like somebody who's pretty tech savvy and you're like, oh, that's a great point, Brian, I'll do that. I'm just telling you, if you're tech savvy, just stay with the methods that are already working, because I think that the my smart TV Netflix app it feels clunkier, so I end up using my my phone or an Apple TV or my Xbox One.
That's probably like
So
I'm probably going to keep
I end up
using Xbox.
never touching the TV one.
I'm going to make sure it's configured though. Now, Chiyu, what platform are you diving in on? Because honestly, like Destiny for me is that perfect game that I pair with Final Fantasy. Just like you, like it's especially from PvP perspective. I know that the adjustments to PvP are needed. Having played PvP right now, it's a mess, and it's like I'm really looking forward to what Shadowkeep brings to it. So anyway, if you're on Xbox, if you're on PC, we have a clan. You're up. You're welcome. It's on PlayStation, but I'm not there to represent. So if anybody wanted to like take that responsibility.
I have a PlayStation, but I got a character on the PlayStation, just haven't logged on in a while.
Okay. I'm just happy that I can sit here and maybe like play on like my Shadow PC with Shadowkeep. So I told you it's the year of Shadows, boys. You
know, the one quick question I got for you, Brian, is like, what do you think Shadowkeep's gonna do story-wise?
You know, that's one of the things that Luke Smith kind of alluded to. I don't know how much further it's going to drive kind of the overall story within the universe, as opposed to hopefully just telling a really cool story with characters. Like, when you look at Forsaken...
Seems to be getting pretty dark, though.
Yeah, oh yeah, like, I think it's going to give us a lot of opportunity. Eris Morn was always this weirdo that was just... But, like, the moon is really, I think, iconic for me. Like, much as I thought, like, when I first got to the moon, I wasn't impressed, but, like, as you started going down into the caverns, like, there's just this memory of the moon that, like, I remember spending so much time on the strikes in the moon, and You know, it was just, yeah, it was a good time. And so I'm really happy that
The
we're going to
mood's
see
very
it again.
different. It still looks the same, but there's some like
Supposedly,
like, you know,
it's like 3 or 4 times bigger, or maybe that number is wrong. I don't know.
they got that massive spire tower, haven't they? Like that looks amazing.
Maybe we can use it.
Well, and it's fun that you're on PS4, dude. But yeah, it's like, dude, I hope you have a good time with it. I really am excited. I'd love to know what you think about it when you kind of clear Forsaken. Forsaken is a good story. I'm still enjoying it, but don't worry about trying to gear up your character. Just worry about getting the story done, and you know, and getting your whatever classes you want to play ready for Shadowkeep, because then, you know, that way you won't have to be like, oh, Shadowkeep's launched. I'm like, all right, I need to finish the story or something. Oh, that guy
You
died.
can take your time with Destiny. You really want to.
Oh, I am.
I started downloading it when you went live, Brian.
Yeah.
Just I wanted it. It has said 2 hours and 45 minutes remaining the entire time.
Oh man.
Now it's 15 gig out of 90 gig in, but the total time
Were you downloading it on?
not gone down a single minute.
Were you even downloading it on?
I'm downloading Destiny 2 on my Xbox,
On his Xbox.
at 100 meg per second.
And it's
100
90
meg?
Yeah,
Wow.
90 gigs.
Which is while I'm playing on Shadow.
Yeah.
Like I'm playing Final Fantasy on Shadow while downloading, while my wife streams. We have plenty of bandwidth.
Yeah. Internet is amazing.
You know, I know that you're gonna be going between both, but now I feel like I'm definitely gonna have to invest in an Xbox now.
Well, I don't want you to feel like you have to, because Star, I will absolutely 100% play with you on PC. So let's see how it feel on the 21st. If I'm not able to. Yeah, I like the Xbox. But yeah, go ahead.
If you have multiple people on Xbox to play with. So like Brian, for example, has some stuff that I play Xbox mostly on Wednesday nights, and Brian has like a whole section of the year where he's not available on Wednesdays. So if he was my only friend on Xbox,
It would be very
that
lonely.
time of year, like I'd be really frustrated, and that's not really Brian's fault. But I have like a dozen or 2 dozen friends on Xbox, so
Right.
there's always 3 to 4 of them live. So it makes it
That's
really
why I'm
easy
open
for
that.
us.
That's why I'm open down. They break down the barrier, so it's not a problem.
I thought you did have an Xbox though. Did you sell it or did it break or something?
Back into the
I
ship we
I
go.
had to get rid of it.
We're
Oh, I'm
coming
sorry,
for
dude.
you, Zahn.
Yeah, it was money issues at the time.
Dude, I feel you.
I like this place better when there wasn't a
I do regret it now.
Why would they put a tank inside a ship?
I wish there was a way to play my Xbox through my PC.
With
That seems like a possibility one day.
with the cloud, like whatever, like with xCloud. But I don't know how that's gonna function. I'm interested. Like I'm like having been used like the whole thing with Shadow PC was like, oh, this is the Shadow, like cloud gaming is legit. How's my light fade away? Something happened. That's weird. I was just shooting at bad guys and my light faded away. All right.
That opening mission in Destiny 2 makes me feel like really sad in the sense that, like, you lose your. I don't want to say, is it spoiler?
What's up?
No, in the beginning of Destiny 2, it makes you feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
weak.
Oh yeah. It was a good, like Destiny, like I had no problem with the Destiny 2 campaign. It was literally everything that happened right after you finish the campaign. It was like, oh yeah, Destiny, this great RPG that like I was playing, and you know, yeah, it wasn't always perfect, and yeah, it had its issues, but I don't know why I'm shooting the air. That's because I suck.
So
But
did any of you ever
ahead.
play Kingdom of Loathing?
No.
An online, it's an online, basically almost like clicker game style RPG. You log in every day, you get a handful of turns, like a mobile game. It's still live. It's been live for like 20 years. But there's this mechanic where when you reset, you drop back down to level 1 to do another playthrough. You have this inventory, and you can pull a certain number of items out per day from this inventory from previous playthroughs. And what I wish they'd done from Destiny 2 is they'd allowed me to go back and at least pull things out as a cosmetic, or pull things out, you know, like it just felt like they gave no tribute to the fact that I have a Destiny 1 hard copy sitting on my shelf that I will probably never put in a system again, and it's a game I loved, and it just died.
Yeah.
That tank's between us and Gracchus Zombi.
You know, I kind of wish that a lot of people were really sad, you know, when Destiny 2 came out and all the Destiny 1 exotics were gone.
Yeah, I know. Well, and that's where it's like, when we were talking with Rick Hawkins about it, it's like the entire journey of Destiny 2 feels like they've been working their way to kind of get back to what we lost in Destiny 1. And if they do a Destiny 3, as long as we don't have to sit here and say like, oh, remember all this content that was there that was fun that you could do? Like in 14, yeah, like running ARR dungeons and all that's not the most effective way, but I still can do it. They're not gone. They didn't go and say, well, guys, with Shadowkeep or with Shadowbringers, we went and deleted a bunch of dungeons and raids and stuff. Like what?
With
like
Destiny, it's literally a different game altogether.
Right? Because if in Destiny 2, like if I had access to all the raids, like that'd be sweet from Destiny 1. You know? Anyway,
they didn't even have to call it Destiny 2. They could have called it. They could have called it Space Shooter. Like they could have totally changed the name. It's a different game.
Yeah.
Like I understand that like it pays tribute to Destiny 1, but like it was a spin-off in every sense of the word. It didn't. It doesn't feel like it plays in the same universe to me, and maybe that's because it lacks like that big major story arc. It doesn't pick up where the other one left off. Like a Zelda game, even though they're all at different timelines, you still feel like you're contributing to this overall arc, and it doesn't have that connection. And I took the story seriously in Destiny 2. I watched every scene.
It's kind of changed now with the Forsaken, I think. Like, I know what you mean. Like, you know, it doesn't feel like it's connected to the first one at times.
I mean, maybe it's in there somewhere, but as somebody who, like, I don't dig for lore, but I did watch all the cutscenes on my second playthrough, I enjoyed the Destiny 2 story experience before I quit, but it didn't feel like a continuation of Destiny 1.
Yeah, it felt like we're just kind of jumping in at a random time in this.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we beat Crota, we've done these things, and it's like, you know, then all of a sudden we've beaten the Taken King, and it's so the Destiny 2 does pay tribute to that, you know, but at the same time, like it would have been, I don't know, it's a hard thing to do, especially when it's a story-driven narrative, you know. It's like, okay,
you know what made no sense to me is like. You remember the expansion in Destiny 1 called Rise of Iron?
Yeah.
Like they don't call you the young wolf anymore or anything.
Right. Or they don't like
you become an Iron Lord, but they don't call you that anymore.
Right. And it's frustrating.
Right, that gun you're using, by the way, I love that gun.
What do you say? The shotgun?
No, not the shotgun.
Oh, the Vigilance Wing. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it's such a good gun.
I haven't seen the mod drop for it, and I'm like, or the catalyst or whatever it's called. Just like, come on, I want it so bad. And that's made. Like, I played a lot of PvP, and I'm like, I really want. I've seen a couple drop in others. Do we have to do something? Oh, okay.
I know what you mean though, like, you know, it felt like Destiny 2 just kind of started and it was like, and we continue with our Guardian in a completely different story.
They're like, okay, we're gonna, because the other part is like, they kind of got into trouble and when they said Destiny was a 10-year like game, because essentially like, and so then they kind of had to backtrack that with the whole like full-on reset of everything, and it's like, okay, yeah, so. And they were like, okay, here are the triumphs and stuff. And it was cute, but it was frustrating.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. Like, Destiny's made me annoyed and happy at the same time.
It does
over the years. Yeah. It's a weird relationship, isn't it?
Boom, boom, baby, baby, boom, boom, boom. The thing that's always had is it's always had the gunplay. Like it's like, oh no,
I've always loved the gunplay.
Yeah.
You didn't get that wrong, did they?
Not at all. Like, and then with the ability to kind of really customize out your loadout and with perks and with like you can kind of run like, oh, if you want it for whatever reason, double shotgun, like then you can. Like it's, you know, I like that. I like that it's given players the ability to kind of have like a crazy build if they wanted it, you know. And then it's funny because then at the same time, meta's going to exist in this game, and it does, and it's like just like with any RPG, it's like okay.
Here's a question. Like,
hey, I guess this shotgun fires fast.
What is your favorite?
Oh, right between his legs. Bullcrap.
What is your favorite exotic grind ever?
I do not know. Where is he at?
Oh, he's so many.
I'm down.
Wait, you're bringing back Destiny. You're bringing a lot of Destiny 1 guns back, aren't they?
Yeah, that's all
2?
Throughout Destiny 2. They've been bringing back the Destiny 1 guns. So like, Bad Juju's back. I need to figure out how to get that because I love me some Juju.
He brought back Fawn.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like gosh, I love this game.
I know. I never thought I'd hear certain people say that again. You know.
It makes me excited, and at the same time, like I'm still optimistic. You know, like you still need to be cautious because right now, what I said, like Bungie gets to have the fun option to say, yeah, wasn't, you know, like you know how, like we had these requirements that were being set, and we had to go like, and that's, you know,
I had this really terrible wife, but she's gone now, so I'm gonna be fun. And then you go out, but you're not fun, Brian.
Yeah, it's like, okay, wait a minute, maybe it wasn't that, or maybe it was part of that, but yeah, it's like, so they have the option to point backwards for a little bit if they make it like a real big mistake, but that's going to be ultimately up to them to solve. Like they can't always be saying like, oh yeah, this is why. Like, okay, at some point, like, you know, make sure you know. And honestly, when they're coming out, everything they're saying, everything they've been doing, is what I've been saying. I've been needing to see from them. I hope that continues. And if it continues, I'm going to keep supporting and playing the game. Like, you know.
Like, right before Shadowkeep was even announced, you were talking about that you wanted them to do something like this. And they seem to be doing it.
Right. And it was like, even like they announced Shadowkeep, I'm like, I don't care. Not interested. You need to talk to me about A, B, and C. And then they had this live stream. They're like, man, I know they don't know who the hell I am, but if not, that was the closest thing to like, here's Brian's list. Brian, this is a personalized stream for you. We know that there are bigger Destiny fans and channels out there.
You know, it felt like they were just ticking your boxes, Brian.
They were. Well, and that's, I didn't even watch it live. That's how disinterested I was. And I saw like Destin Legary and a couple people like, and I was like, wait, what? Okay, because I was like, once they made that a separation announcement from Activision, I was like, okay, that's interesting. That could go either really good or really bad. Like, but so it wasn't that. It was like but when they started, like, and the fact that they were like, we want it to be crossplay, and like Chris said earlier about like crossplay, the danger in that obviously is the PvP side of it. And my hope for crossplay with the game is that, oh, if you're going into PvP, then as a player, you choose to opt in. Do you want to be same platform, multi-platform, you know, allowing like, if they give the players the choice of what they want to opt in and opt out of, that is the strength there. But then PvE and everything else, the world, the game, like, it doesn't matter. If Chris has a better experience on an Xbox, like a high-powered console or a high-powered PC, and we're all killing the same boss, like, I don't think anybody's going to mind at that point. Separation from surprise mechanics, says Dragon Spheres.
You know what? You know the one thing that I thought Destiny got right though is when you get an exotic, you actually feel like quite happy about it.
So we have a Twitch follow. Thank you, Rice Balls. I love some people's names. We're also, guys, if you're watching us on YouTube, we're over on Mixer as well. Link is in the description. We'd love for you to follow us on all the platforms. I feel like a child laughing at that, you know. Oh, dude, like I have my sense of humor gets me in trouble, and I had a girlfriend break up with me because of it. Because I find humor in everything, and then sometimes it's not in an appropriate situation. And so, like, it's just there's an adult part of me that's like, I have to excuse myself because it's not okay for me to be laughing right now. But like I just find humor in everything, and like And so I don't know. It's just I have that eclectic sense of humor. So it's like, yeah, things make me laugh. I see humor, and then I went to this. We went and she was like, hey, let's go see this comic. And I'm like, I don't know if you want to go to a comedy show with me because I'm going to be laughing at everything. And he made some like off-color jokes about like I don't know what. I don't even remember, but she didn't find those jokes funny. And that was pretty much the end of that relationship. I'm like, well, I guess it's good.
Ryan,
we discovered that now.
It was a loss. A loss.
Oh gosh, it was like, and it's like out of the context of the joke. Yeah, that's not an appropriate thing to say, but that's not the job of the comedian, in my mind.
Right, like, I don't know. Some people just laugh at it, and they can't help. Some people can't help it.
Oh, I can't. I cannot help it, and it's just like, you know. So anyway, it's like, so Julie and I actually went to a comedy show recently, and we had a lot of fun. They had some really good comedians.
Did you both laugh?
Oh yeah, not at every joke. She didn't laugh at every joke I laughed at, but she definitely laughed at several. But we ended up both agreeing overall. Like, come back here, Orb. I have to have it. Come back. There we go. All right. We ended up agreeing overall, like what we thought was the better comedians or the best comedians out of, because it was like a lineup of 6 or 7 of them, and we're like, yeah, we ended up actually agreeing that like what we thought like were the best, like the best out of the 7 were. But yeah, like I definitely laughed a lot more. Dragon Spheres with avocado toast. Thank you.
I'm gonna go take the teleportation thing off.
I don't like it.
Okay. Yeah. Get rid of that and just put what you want on.
Okay.
You can go look at the roles to see who has the ability to purchase, etc. And we just need to make sure.
If everybody in our free company was done leveling, I would say, well, better savings than nothing. But
yeah, I only use the teleportation buff whenever like it's like we're full on doing like story or expansion, like because there is going to be a lot of teleporting, you know, and it's like, all right, like I'm gonna teleport a bunch, and it's like that's the only time I ever really turn that on is during like 5.1. Yeah, 5.2. Just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do a lot of teleports. You know, as opposed to right now, it's like I might teleport once or twice, so you're not actually like really saving that, you know, any kind of money. Hey Miles, thanks for hitting that subscribe button. Welcome to the workforce.
Oh, no, I was gonna say, Brian, did you remember that song they brought out for Destiny once by Paul McCartney?
No.
Oh my god.
What happened?
I don't want to. No, it's just so terrible and cringy.
I was hoping that we would see more commercials with Tom Holland.
The next one like that.
I'd like a Destiny 2 one with Tom Holland.
You never know.
Yeah, that Shadowkeep one was really that Shadow. It's yeah, like you said, that is the year of the Shadow. Shadowkeep, Shadowbringers.
Yes, year of the
Shadow
Shadow.
Tech.
Shadow Tech, like everything shadows, everything, all the shadows. So Absy asks, and this is a really great question, Absy. Says, just getting into Destiny? ? And so the long story short, I poured an insane amount of time into Destiny 1 before we were over on YouTube. And Destiny 2 broke my heart, and they have been making the moves in which that I said, like, here's the problems that I have, and here's what I like to see them do with the game. So, kind of. The best way to answer your question is kind of. I've never, I haven't leveled up my Hunter. My Warlock's already finished Forsaken. And so I'm just doing a Strike playlist right now. Got some Solstice gear on. I have no illusions that I'm going to level this thing up all the way to... like gear cap, and I don't need to, because with Shadowbringers and what Luke Smith already said, with it going to be, basically be opening itself up, not having to worry like letting everybody get to 750 at the start of Shadowkeep. So I'm just basically prepping for Shadowkeep right now. So
but he has options.
Well, I just was
he
like,
has options.
I want to make sure, because like I was talking with Steven, who's like one of our friends that we play like game night on Wednesdays where we've been playing Halo, and he's definitely like he's been kind of catching me up to speed on everything that has been going on in the game, what the meta is, and it's like, okay, this is gonna be good. I need I need to make sure that I'm ready, especially as the meta changes and with Shadowkeep and PvP, because like I always would weave in, like even back before we were doing YouTube and stuff like that. Like it was Destiny and Final Fantasy XIV. Like those are two games that I just kind of just played religiously, and
Yeah.
Destiny offers what I think a better PvP experience, even though right now it's broken, than Final Fantasy. And it's like, okay, I'm gonna keep doing
this
that.
game,
And then now they're talking about
offers both.
and they're talking about freaking Curse of Osiris, the Trials of Nine, not Curse of Osiris, Trials of Osiris, coming kind of that elimination game mode coming into the Crucible labs. So it's not launching with Shadowkeep, but hopefully we're gonna see the freaking like Trials of the Nine or Trials of Osiris, whatever they end up calling it, return. That was some of the most engaging content to watch. Like even if I wasn't actively playing it that weekend, like that was some of the most engaging content for me to watch from a Destiny streamer perspective. Loved it. Now they've had problems with it, but it was still like just so fascinating. And they're going back to the kind of the 3v3 mindset, because it's like I always just kind of wish like when they went and made PvP 4v4, I was like, why don't they just make PvE 4v4 as well and just kind of have that like that mindset? But that was just me. What's going on, Demont? Mixer. Oh, the link is in the description. No. I don't think I made a command for it, but if you look actually in our description of this of the live stream, we have the link right. It should be up at top. It should say follow us on Mixer or whatever. But I should make a command. Thank you for being like somebody who knows about streaming commands. Yeah, go ahead.
Ryan,
go ahead, Star.
You need to let people know that whatever platform they're on right now, they can easily join the clan, no matter what, just by going on the website and typing in Work the Game.
Yeah, so we have our Work the Game clan on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. I'm on Xbox, and I'll be on Xbox PC as soon as cross save comes in, and so that's something I'm thrilled about. Wee-hoo! So yeah, if you guys want, it's actually really nice because if somebody clears the raid or whatever, like on PlayStation, like everybody on Xbox and PC gets credit. I love it. Like it is, it's kind of fun that clans are cross saved in a way that it's like we have the one clan, and
it's very easy to join as well. Like you don't need permission. You just get You just go straight in.
I hope they expand on the clan system. I hope they expand on these community kind of features.
I'd like a house. I'd like a clan like house or something, like a clan hall.
Yeah, that would be cool. Like stuff that we can do more together, or like more rewards of that. I wish I could slide down like I can in Apex Legends, just like.
Actually, I thought of an idea, like a clan hall. But whatever you do, you get trophies of like the raids you completed, and you can put like trophies of the things you've beaten in the clan hall and stuff. And it'd be something similar to that now.
Nice. My ship is slow. Like you can tell, like I am in need of some new upgrades. And Zerdin, welcome to the workforce. Thanks for hitting that follow button over on Twitch. Yes. Yes. Haha. Yeah, and so they also are making changes to how buff stack and things like that. I don't know if you guys went and read that novel, but it's actually ultimately it is a nerf, but it seems like a better adjustment, one that they can kind of build on, because it's like, yeah, I'm like, yep. Whee! The roaming supers and all the super issues within PvP, like it's 2 minutes of fun PvP, and then it's like the rest of like you're just trying to run and try to survive these roaming supers.
Have you ever noticed that in Destiny though? Like you could be the worst player ever, and once you get your super, you basically have a chance to kill someone.
Yeah. The Playmore is asking, is there space in the clan? I'm looking for a new clan. We'll be on PS4, Xbox, PC. Lots of space, as well as also like if you're a 14 player.
What's the cap?
What is the cap?
I don't know what the cap is.
We're nowhere near it.
The cap in 14 is like 512 or something.
Yeah.
So like,
yeah, we're nowhere near it.
I don't think there's a cap right now. No, so you gotta go on the Bungie website and just type in Work the Game, and you should
get over there. No.
We're almost clan rank 2.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice to be able to start getting that. I love that communal aspect that as a clan we're ranking up the clan, and it's seasonal, so every new season it restarts. So
Like I'm on PC right now, and I'm basically helping towards it, and you're on Xbox, and you're helping towards it.
98% of my Destiny experience is PvP based at AppSig. Like it was my, I love me PvP. And that's where I'm like, I've gone in and I was just getting one shot by like roaming supers and by like shotgun or fusion rifle, and I'm like, well, since I've been gone, like obviously something has changed.
Hey Brian, I could put the link. I could put the link for the clan you want in the.
Please do. Please. Yeah, please. Oh, that was a wasted super. Yeah, please put the link into the chat for people if anybody's interested.
We've activated more lasers.
He's immune.
It's hard not to admire the artistry.
It's really not.
I think exotics really do feel like exotic in this game.
Yeah, and the thing that I think you have to kind of remember is that just because it's an exotic doesn't actually mean it's best in slot. You know, it's like you might,
it doesn't. Like
know, it's just all about your build
for legendary.
Yeah.
I feel super powerful when I do a super though.
I picked up 10 levels across all my classes in 14 today.
Daggum, dude.
That's nice. That's some progress.
That is some major progress. Can't believe.
I mean, total to an account, there's like 2,000 total levels.
Yeah.
For a brand new player, but 10 in a day is a good push.
Sit down.
I'm just thinking of this in a wider picture now. It doesn't matter what like platform anyone's on. We're all working towards something. It's quite nice. Oh wait, 500 clan XP.
Oh yum 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 yum. Give me all that purple. And
What do we get for clan 2? I wonder what we get for clan.
It should usually say.
So if I finish installing,
Dustin.
do I have to have the expansions installed too, or can I just start playing?
It's actually all installed. So even like if you've got it, you can start playing.
It says Destiny 2 expansion, Curse of Osiris, Destiny 2 Warmind.
Yeah. You already have that because you got the collector whatever. Like you already have.
But do I have to wait for them to install?
With the Curse of Osiris and all that, shouldn't it be like a certain amount? It should be. It should be just like a license, really. It's not really a download. The download's a part of the big download.
It should be like really quick, like a couple meg.
It should be a quick download.
Thanks, Dragon Spheres, for hanging out over on Mixer. And Dustin, yes. I need to actually back out of the this
because
thing
it's
here
35% done. I don't know if Brian will still be live. It's just.
Oh, I'm planning on playing until I think I have to head out around 4. So I don't know if we'll play today. We'll find out. I'm gonna go. I might actually like Julie was saying that she wasn't necessarily feeling so great, so I'm gonna go check in on her. Just pregnancy stuff. She's fine. Just like so, I might have to take like a break. We'll have to see what ultimately we have to do today. Because I'm supposed to go out and visit kind of a work thing out at the lake. But anyway, Dustin and everybody, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go just step downstairs and check on the kids and Julie and everybody. And hey, Levi. Anyway, be right back.
Hey guys.
Hey, Levi. Branch just went down. At least.
All right. I am just moving right along here. I have blown 6 million gil doing all of this, though. And
that's a lot.
Yeah, well. Gil has no use. If you're not using it to power level stuff and you're not interested in glamour and you're not interested in buying a house, like, I don't know what you use it for. It was easy come, easy go. Let's see. I am looking for my carpenters. I need new carpenter's tools. Yeah, it just keeps peaking. Like it just keeps my speed keeps going up and down. It's not using everything I have available, so it's just whatever pace the server to download the game from is willing to give me the game is what I'm bound by. It's a big game, 90 gig.
8 gig, yeah, it's quite massive. It's only gonna get bigger.
I hope not. Some games manage to keep all that stuff like the way they code it tends to keep the game fairly like consistent in its size.
Oh,
And
you
some
mean
games
like
like Call of Duty, like every week
compressing?
is another 15 gig. Yeah, so the way they kind of compress patches on top of each other, like if you download the game as a fresh player, it's always roughly the same time, and then it's just another couple gig worth of patching.
I'm back.
But some of these games just seem to be additive, and they
I
just
put it in that.
like
I put it in the
racing together like
chat,
game.
Brian.
Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate that.
But it's not clickable. You have to copy it. Like Chris should be able to join the clan even before the game
I think
even
Chris
starts.
is already in the clan.
Oh, is he?
From
Wouldn't
back
shock me.
Yeah, it doesn't take you out. It didn't take anybody
wouldn't
out
shock
of it. Yeah.
What was his name?
Yeah, I've definitely played before. I just quit.
A double gulp is his name. Open director.
No, he's not. Wait, oh, he might have been. It's probably only It's not showing like another name. It's not showing his name.
In 2 years, I don't know. Who knows?
It's possibly you're probably be in the still. You're
Yeah,
probably
it
still in
shows
it.
him right here. Yeah. So,
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. You're still in it then.
yeah, clan level. Oh, dude, we're so close. we're
What's
so
up?
close.
Oh, nice.
37%.
I've always loved the gunplay, and PvP was kind of my bread and butter. I stepped into PvP. I've been playing a little bit, getting actually where I can survive. Yeah, let me just jump into PvP. F it. And
That gun you're using is really good in PvP as well.
that's where it's like I would just live. I love that they have the ranks in PvP now, and so they have two different ranking systems, Chris, for PvP. They have like I think it's Honor and Glory or something like that. One goes up as you play, and it goes up more if you win, less if you lose, and it has that kind of prestige and that thing, and you have that seasonal rank. And then you have Glory, which goes up if you win and down if you lose. But Glory's right now only in the competitive list, so it'll be neat to see ultimately what they end up doing. Yeah, I did, Dustin. It was a great love letter. There's a lot of subtext in it, and so you can see how they're trying to solve these problems, and I really appreciated it. I covered the whole thing on like our other channel because I just was like, well, we're testing out something.
So you watched that video? Sorry.
Who asked something what? Sorry, I heard two things.
I'll let Levy talk. Go on.
I was just gonna say, is Destiny 2 any good? I haven't really played it much since it first came out.
So how it is right now, I've finished Forsaken. I haven't done Opulence yet. There's so much there, but when I look at it and I even play more UK saying like the game's brilliant as a hobbyist, it's like it offers so much right now. I probably should make a video on it. Maybe I'll do that this week where I kind of break this down in a more written and less off the cuff kind of response. My concerns are if in a year they come out, let's say with Destiny 3 and everything starts over from year one, like ground zero, like that's gonna and here's the thing: I don't care if we have to start at level 1. What I'm going to be frustrated about is if Destiny 3 is a constant battle to get back to Destiny 1, where I look at 14 with an expansion or how they kind of build on it. I don't lose out on the raids or the strikes or the maps, and it's like I don't lose out on what came before it, even if it's not the most optimal way to play it. So that's the only concern in the pit of my stomach as it relates to it, because when Destiny 2 came out and we lost the strikes and the raids, and it's like it would have been fun to play those things in the context of the new changes with the system overall. It's not. I'm not asking for. I know I'm not asking for the. I know I'm asking for probably the most difficult thing for them to do is like, okay, now you're launching this next chapter of the game. Preserve the legacy and the investment that we've made into it. Does that make sense? So he says there's a lot of work to go through. I stuck with it all the time, and I got the season just to cap the first time. Congrats, Dustin. That's fantastic.
No, I mean
It feels good, but then
worth
everybody's hitting
jumping in.
power cap on October 1st. So it's like I don't feel the need, or that I'm not going to hit power cap, and that's fine. But at the end of the day, it's
To answer Levi's question, though, I think it is quite good to jump in, though. Like, even now, but, like,
Yeah.
you don't have to jump in right this second.
yeah. Overall, like there's a lot of good stuff that they do with the game, and I really have been enjoying
It'll keep you
it.
busy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And so like this is kind of the main thing I would do. Like I would back in my old job, I'd come home for lunch because I lived real close. And so I would do that, and I would get 2 or 3 rounds in at PvP. Like it was like I was always living in it. Sometimes I'm good, sometimes I'm not. And we'll see how it goes. I haven't ever played a hunter in PvP, so
I don't really like Gambit, though. Well, I kind of like
do.
it, but
I
don't.
like it.
It's
I
good,
like it once it's
but
grown on
I
me.
just hate getting invaded and getting killed. It's annoying.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I
Just
am.
standing there.
So an Apogee controller.
Well, yeah. I would like to see, like, when they say, like, when they have this weird, like, not, like, is it the servers aren't dedicated servers, but they are? Oh, crap. Oh, I shouldn't have jumped. I should have done my B-roll or whatever. But they say, like, the problem ends up becoming, like, once we're at 2 minutes in, that it just becomes everybody has their supers, and it's crazy. Whoa, dadgum you. Freaking
Yeah,
Apple
like,
iTunes trying to make me update, like, right in the middle of this. I was about to shoot
Is
that
it the
guy.
mode? Is it the mode that makes everyone's supers like load really quick?
Yeah, everybody,
And
like, they have, it's like 2 minute supers.
Oh, it's scary.
Oh gosh, I need to remember to do the roll thing rather than the jump. I'm used to my warlock. I'm always like, oh, get up, get out of the air. Where are they?
Honestly, I like playing this game to unwind.
I've never seen a Lalafell in the frog costume. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Does it actually look good?
It's amazing. So I'm kneeling down doing carpenter stuff right now, and we're the same height, and so there's just this tiny little frog next to me.
Heavy ammo is mine.
And your character name is Oompa Loompa, which is just wonderful.
You know what?
Oompa
Where's
Loompa,
he
the
at?
tiny
Where's he
little
at?
frog.
There he
You know
is.
what I think would be cool for the clan in this game,
What'd be
like
cool?
with the clans, like it. I know because right now they can't obviously put the platforms together, but it'd be kind of cool if they add another thing where you can kind of contribute to something like something that everyone on each platform can contribute to. I know like the rank is a thing, but it'd be kind of cool to do with something else, like maybe
Get out of the way.
like,
There he is.
like build a clan hall or something, and you gotta gather like the materials through all the platforms, like, and whatever people do on the other platforms, it like contributes to it. I don't know. I'm just brain farting.
Zone advantage is yours.
Oh! Yep, there's the super. I love Mayhem. But
Are you
Mayhem
my
sets
favorite
that
super?
expectation that everybody's super, right?
That's a power.
You got a favorite super?
No, I'm like I liked obviously my roaming warlock of death, and thanks to Yashira for the 20,000 sparks on Mixer.
Oh wait a minute. Oh, damn it. Oh.
Zone C lost.
Oh yeah, they're adding finishing moves, aren't they?
Zone advantage
What you
is
say?
yours.
They're adding finishing moves.
You're getting
I think so, yeah.
fight. I
Yeah,
love
like I don't know, like Titan does like a massive big back punch or something.
Come on, Brian. I thought I saw somebody, and then I was like, nope, these guys are just gonna wreck them. Ah,
And you have no time in PvP.
no, I'm doing fine.
Zone
Just-
C captured. That's
Yeah,
a power.
I'm not doing necessarily the
Took
best.
them. Now hold.
I'll let him have it.
Zone B lost.
Oh, come on. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Oh. They're adding finishing moves like emotes, and there's more than just one per class, which will be a great from a collection game perspective. That's going to be excellent.
It's kind of cool. Like, it's something for people to kind of go like in.
I
really like enjoy like trying to earn like stuff for my big collection of guns.
Zone B captured. You.
Oh, I'm out of bullets. Oh, I thought I had him too.
Please be enough XP. Please be enough XP for the clan.
Only 5 minutes left. Zone C lost.
Ooh. Wait, was that it?
Did we hit? Did we level the clan?
No! No, we're so close!
I'll get some experience from this match.
Oh my god. This is getting so close.
I wish they'd bring back what was the where you dunk? It was basically their capture the version of capture the flag.
Oh my god, I forgot the name of that.
What is it?
Damn. Wait, what do you dunk?
It was like the orb or whatever, the sphere.
Oh my god. I feel like I know the name of it.
There goes that. Guy's down.
Wait, wasn't they? Do you remember Sparrow Racing? I want that to be a permanent thing.
They did that. It's a seasonal thing, right?
Yeah, but I want it to be a permanent thing in the game.
I think a lot of people wanted that, especially when there was like major content, droughts. It's like guys,
yeah.
Like, why is this a once a year thing?
They always brought it back around Christmas. Huh?
Zone A captured. You have zone advantage.
Where are they at? Not really good this.
Okay, so
got him.
You're breaking them.
Okay. Grab C over here. You don't think it's been back since D1? Fire extinguisher. I'm breaking them.
Zone A lost. You captured Zone C. You have advantage. 3 minutes. You're winning. Stay strong.
Oh.
Oh, what is hitting me? It's like, fine.
Do you have the digital deluxe edition, Brian?
Yeah.
Well, you get the complete collection.
Yeah, I got.
You get the
and the same
well.
right, and same thing for. I did the same thing for Shadowkeep. I got the thing with the whatever the annual pass is. It's like I'm not gonna sit here. I don't want them to ask. I don't want to ask me for money. Like I'm gonna jump in, either in or out. I wish they were just like, here's the version. Why is that guy using bows? Alright, buddy.
Apparently for level 2 for the clan, you get completing the weekly clan milestone rewards you an additional 5 legendary shards.
Yeah, dude.
So every time you complete a milestone for level 2,
I'm gonna
you
return
get
to
additional
orbit.
5 shards.
What's your name, Atsby? Or because I'm on Xbox right now. And I'm so sorry I missed that earlier. You asked me if I got one more after the game. Hey, what's going on, Una? Thank you so much for the 20,000 and Mr. Yum Yum's dropping 80k Sparks.
Is Destiny 2 cross-platform?
So
like
no.
Xbox, PC?
No.
Kind of on the 21st. On the 21st of this month, we get cross-save, meaning you can go play on PC with PC players, and you can go play on Xbox, and you can go play on PlayStation, and it's your characters. So, like, your characters and your progress is going to go from A to B to C.
Okay.
Oh no, Star who's in chat.
Playing with them.
Star Wolf's in chat right now in Discord. You can come join us if you want, Absby. The link's in the description. He's on PC playing right now. Absby was like, "Hey, can I come join?" It's like, "Yeah, come on." But he's playing on Xbox on PC right now. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm on
PC. I'm gonna go back to do. I'm gonna do one more PvP match, and then I'm gonna finish the editing the podcast, so that I can have that ready for everybody on Monday. Which is, if you guys didn't see or hear, like, and especially if you're hanging out here on Destiny, we had Dado. Dado joined us on the podcast, and so that's going to go up on Monday, and hopefully you guys enjoy that. His perspective is fantastic. We talked about the MMO of Destiny, like what does that mean, and where do we see the game going? Really good conversation. I'm at 4,216 kills in PvP, so I'm hopeful we can put a couple of zeros behind that 6 here at some point. Aw, thanks, Dustin. I'm really glad. Thanks for checking out the podcast when we were doing that. No, but I want to get my hunter to cap. I want to have, like, I want that when on October 1st rolls on, that it's like, you know, knock out the story. Probably that's what I'm probably going to do on all 3 characters. Knock out the story, knock out the story, knock out the story. And then essentially I'm going to shift into the collections game, because there's so much here that I have yet to even touch. When you talk about 400 weapons, I've got 192. That's going to go up. I only got 38 of 121 exotics.
Oh my god.
You know,
yeah, there's so many weapons in this game.
So much content. I got no badges.
You can go on forever collecting stuff in this game.
Yeah. Like, yeah, but I love that, because it's like one of the things that, and Chris, he'll see this when he gets in, is that, like, whether he's playing on one character or not, like, you can go and get, like, if you've gotten it, you can keep getting it. So it's like I can come in here and be like, oh, okay, I need to get a, let me see what heavy weapons I've got. We go with the rocket launchers, and it's like, okay, what do I need? I want to go and roll on and grab myself something like that. That is so handy. That is such a nice system. You know, so they've really made a lot of smart.
What do you mean you can get it multiple times?
So, like, instead of having to, like, transfer and use the Vault or do whatever, are you watching the stream right now?
No, but I can be.
Yeah, pull it up real quick. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about.
Can I get to it on Mixer? Is that a thing that I can do on a browser?
Yep.
Okay, so I go to...
Mixer/work, number 2 game.
I want to find you, like, if I were, like, a new person.
Yeah, just /work to game. I'm doing this. We only got 3 people watching us on Mixer, so I'm not going to be
I'm in.
All right. So, you have, I'm going to show you this. I might get killed, but it's not a big deal. So, under your start and then under collections, you have all these categories. We'll focus in on the conversation around weapons. All right, let's say, oh gosh, like, what was that bow? I really like that pulse rifle. Okay, everything that's grayed out, I have not collected. So it can also give me some details about, like, where I can get it. But let's say I wanted Nightshade. I was like, oh, I don't really, and I want to reroll on it. I can hold A, and I'm going to acquire that for the price that you see with materials, glimmer, etc. So you can, let's say you destroy it because...
But only if I've gotten it before?
Right, and it tells you then also what you haven't gotten, just kind of like with your WoW, all the things. Oh, I'm going to get freaking wrecked. Ouch. And that way it kind of gives you like, oh, okay, what's this gun that I want? Well, how do I get it? Okay, cool. And then some of them are quest-based, some of them are hidden, and that way you can kind of give yourself, A, goals, but B, then, you know, you don't have that in your inventory, then go for it. Oh, come on, Brian. As a hunter, I keep forgetting that I got the double B tap. Because hunter, I can do a dodge. I can dodge. You dodge a brick, you can dodge a ball. Or dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. Misquoting movies. That's why people hang out with us when we're live. What are they going to say that's wrong today? Focusing on aiming, Brian.
Will they give me experience if I just spam your chat?
Yeah.
So doesn't that encourage people to spam?
They want their goal is to encourage engagement. I guess if you kept saying like hi, then it's like I'm betting there's rules like they'll be like, all right, like get this guy out of here. So
Like,
you
just
level
that.
up. You level up yourself, and then you also level
Yeah,
up.
I'm still gaining experience.
Yeah. Yeah. One spam. I wonder if you get in trouble. That'd be funny. And this is how Chris got banned from Mixer.
That's such crap. Okay. All right. I don't know that encourages the behavior they're thinking it does, but very well.
Well, if you're playing it like a true RPG MMO player, yeah, you're gonna try to break the system.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna max min it, you should like say, you know.
Well, I could write a bot that just does that
this
for you.
Game looks fun. Like that's the
Are you
better
still
way.
getting XP? Are you still getting XP?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. That's the better way to type that sentence.
Got him.
Oh. How obnoxious. Okay, Mixer. Like, come on.
There you go. Another kill. But don't forget dodge.
It's a difference in the letter of the
wow,
rule
that
versus
was
the
bouncing
intent
or
of the rule,
something. I was
right?
like, the guy's behind the wall. What's hitting me? Side note, though, can't make random roll weapons, so basically Forsaken weapon. Okay. Good to know. There it is.
That's so funny. I was asking that in somebody else's stream, but I didn't want to spam them.
Yeah.
because I was like, well, that's... So, but
'Cause
I'll spam you.
Yeah.
to
Feel free
test it.
to test. Yeah, that's one of the things that's really quite interesting about it is that overall you level up as a, I guess, a user. Oh no.
Yeah, and
You
also
gotta
on
rock it.
each individual channel though. So like if
Yeah.
you go to a channel for the first time, you kind of start back at the beginning.
Do you have any like any sparks? Because like you're still level 1, so it's like sparks like really boost. your
I
level.
don't on us.
Okay.
But
Well, on
I don't
Chris.
know if I've leveled watching other people.
Yeah, you should have sparks.
Okay.
There you go. Another one bites the dust. Ah, Brian dodge. Oh, I don't. It's on cooldown.
I have one.
Supers. Yep, it's been
hour. Well, I also have watched a fair bit of streams as work to game.
nice.
So
Yeah, work to games. We're higher
separate.
level.
That's a separate.
I think we also
login.
level up as we stream. That's my theory, at least. Oh no! Come on! Oh, for crying out loud! Get good, Brian. Get good. I wasted that super. Oh no! This is gonna be bad. Boom! Shut him down.
5 minutes.
Tanner is back in 2 minutes.
Got him.
I'm done spending money for the day. I can't
Oh, no.
bring myself to anymore.
Oh, wow. What was that? Last perdition? Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Oh,
I was
no.
gonna say, you know, they're good at making content not feel like it's a waste. You know, like all the content because you do it in
Double
your
down.
dailies, don't you?
Yeah, you gotta win. Oh gosh, like I'm just so wrecked. Yeah, it's close game, which is usually more exciting. don't have a... I wish I have a grenade. I cannot wait to spec. Come on. He had the
I don't
overshield.
think my gear sets update automatically. That makes sense, because I didn't re-import. So because I'm on a platform, my gunbreaker was like... I was like, why is my gear score so low?
Right.
And I recommended, and it was like, oh.
Oh, there they are.
Now that I'm jumping platforms all the time. Alright. That's a very first world problem.
Literally first world problems.
Hey, I crossed 50%.
Congrats.
That's you too.
Hey, you Brian.
Yeah.
When Shadowkeep comes, what type of like build do you think you would try and make?
Great question. I'm probably gonna rock a. It just depends. Like I might for a warlock go super build because of how super ammo is gonna work. Where it's like it's basically kind of a rally point where like it was in Destiny 1. So I might. Oh, sniped! Where I can go and sit here and try to get that like Nova Bomb, because if they're gonna fix kind of the roaming super problem, and then it's like my Nova Bomb's worth it again. Come on, Brian, aim. Oh, dropping the freaking rocket launcher.
I think I'm gonna spec myself in for my healing circle to work its maximum for my warlock.
Oh, these guys are on my team. Never done Hunter before in PvP, so it's like...
I think I'm gonna try and be a supportive warlock.
Yeah? You're gonna go, because I always enjoyed, the Void Warlock. So you're gonna go, with... Is support still, fire? Like, is it still Radiance and stuff like that?
When I say support, I mean, putting, the healing wards down and stuff.
Nice.
Healing ward, I mean the circle thing.
Yeah. Well of Radiance, or it's Well of Radiance and Well of...
Yeah.
Something.
But they might be something that, makes it more powerful or something.
Here's something.
Seconds remaining.
Come on, Brian. What's up, CCW? Alright. I want to do one more match, but I know I need to probably end the podcast. And then I need to head out. Don't know if this is mine.
Oh, Titania was my random trial of the day. Let's do this.
Finish them off. 500 more clan XP. See if that
Titania.
pushes there. Belly full of pizza, day gaming, delicious, dude. Bell full of pizza, day full of gaming, delicious. I love it, man.
Did you say we need 500 more?
I don't know. I just got 500. I like how obviously it encourages you to play together as a clan. Let's see here. Yeah, it's 346.
Well, my healers watched a cutscene, so let's hope this is not their first time in Titania, or if it is, that they are ready to adjust.
Healers adjust. All right, let's see here. Did that push our clan to 2? To rank 2?
This is a fight that can get pretty nasty if people are being sloppy.
Oh, we're so close.
Oh, we are so close.
It's such a fun fight, though.
Yeah.
But it can get
we're
really
literally
sideways.
an inch. It's literally a tiny little inch.
Mm-hmm. Just another, yeah. I'm excited. So then, yeah, you have the Crucible
I
Knight,
think we'll get
and Gambit. So all of that's really good stuff. Cool, guys. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out with me while I was just kind of just shooting the breeze, playing some Destiny. I've got some things to do. I hope you all have a great rest of your weekend. I'm going to probably hang out and voice chat and edit this podcast. So, bye, chat. Bye, world. Talk to you later.